It's qualifying day for the season opener for the 2013 IZOD IndyCar Series. We're on the streets of St Petersburg, Florida. This is the Honda Grand Prix of St Petersburg. 4.5 minutes remaining in the Firestone Fast 6. Let's get a quick update from Nick Gillis.
Yeah, and that car pulling out right there is Will Power. We'll check with his engineer real quick, Dave Faustino. What do you think about the reds and the blacks? We haven't seen a lot of time difference on those tires. What do you chalk that up to?
Well, the conditions are pretty difficult right now. It's really windy, so it's hard to kind of equate them, but certainly in time-wise, they haven't gone any faster.
All right, thanks Dave Faustino, the engineer for Will Power. And Mike, the track about to get busy for you guys and Mark and Jake around the course because we're seeing a handful of cars head out on the track.
4 minutes remaining, and Mark, that's the sweet spot. That's enough time to go out there, get some heat in your tires, get a couple of hot laps, lay them down and do your job, and now it's all on the driver. I'm going to be very interested to see who comes out of this first Firestone Fast 6 of the season with that Verizon P1 award. Can it be Will Power? Can he do it 4 times in a row? Can it be the rookie Tristan Vautier in his very first IZOD IndyCar Series start?
Can it be Simona de Silvestro? That's not out of the question. She's been among the top 3 in some of the practice sessions. And again, Mike, I know that race car drivers, by and large, are not interested in moral victories. But to know that she can roll off the grid no worse than 6th takes a lot of pressure off this final session.
We keep our eye on Will Power. His first hot lap, a pretty good one at a minute 1.5036. Mark, at this point, though, I've got to assume that Will is out there on tires that have already been used on those scrubs because he's got to save at least one of the 3 Firestone red alternate sets for the race tomorrow.
You know, Mike, you don't want to belabor a point, but more so than any other season after the last 3, it's championship or nothing for Will Power. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, at this point it sure is. You can't throw away 4 in a row. And, well, I don't know if you can throw away 3 in a row and not have it really affect you, particularly the collapse that we saw last season out of him. Okay, under 2 minutes remaining in the Firestone Fast 6. Who will win the first Verizon P1 award? We're watching the Verizon car, Will Power, looking for a 4th consecutive pole position here at St. Pete, and Markey just turned the quickest lap of the weekend at a minute 1.3158. Now Simona de Silvestro will cross the timeline right behind him at a minute 1.9635. She finds herself some 0.6 of a second behind the pace of Will Power.
2 more laps, I think. Probably 2 more laps for most of these drivers.
Yep.
Power is P1, chasing him in this order: Sato, Hinch, Elio, Simona de Silvestro, and Tristan Vautier.
Okay, we keep our eye on James Hinchcliffe right now. He is P3. Takuma Sato and Will Power duking it out, but right now Will Power, Mark, is 2/10 clear of Takuma Sato. So you've got a Chevy and a Honda Power driver. 1-2 as Power with Chevy Power sits P1, and Takuma Sato, who is pretty much, Mark, he has flown the Honda banner this weekend. He has easily been the fastest Honda Power driver here.
Yeah, and there's no question. And boy, what a great story this is for AJ Foyt and ABC Supply. Happy to see James Hinchcliffe picking up with a great start. He was a little concerned losing his engineer, but all they did is replace him with the engineer he worked with a couple of years ago at Newman Haas.
That's right.
That was great news for James Hinchcliffe because they were a pretty stout combination, and Hinch happy to have him. We see Simona now up to 3rd.
Yep.
Sato is at 2nd. Hinch falls to 4th. Then Elio, then Tristan Vautier.
Let's see what Hinchcliffe is going to be able to do here. He will get 1 more lap. Everyone crossing the timing line out of turn number 11 will get at least 1 more lap as we've got 3, 2, 1. That's going to expire. Will Power has won his 4th consecutive pole position on the streets of St. Petersburg as Will Power turns the quickest lap of the weekend, followed by Takuma Sato. So it will be a Chevy and a Honda on the front row for tomorrow's season opener here on the streets of St. Peter.
It's really difficult to get this car right, and you got to drive it very loose because it had so much push. But you know, we changed through every session. We'd never done that in qualifying. You know, the red tires changed the car, but still got the Verizon car in P1, and as we know, the race is always a bit of mayhem and a lot different. It always seems to be that you go quicker on whole tires. You know, we had that last year too, so you know, we don't have tire warmers like Formula One, and you know, when the tire's past its best is when it's up to temp, so that's why that is. You think?
Yeah, it's been an awesome weekend so far for us, and to qualify 3rd for the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg is really exciting. You know, I think KV Racing Technology has done an unbelievable job, and you know, Team Chevy also, and kind of everything is coming together so early in the season is a great feeling.
Yeah, it feels good to start in Fast 6. I have to say the Hitachi car was a little bit faster than 5th. I do when I started better than 5th. I made little mistakes on my own, and in this time of the game, you can't make any mistakes at all to be better. So, at least the positive side, we started 5th last year, won the race. Maybe it's a sign.